Yo, what's poppin' guys? In today's video I got some juicy fresh content for y'all. My plan was to run a video about a stock corsa competizione, but for some odd reason I couldn't focus and did a hell of a lot of mistakes, which were kind of embarrassing. Yeah, unfortunately. So I just left Asta Corsa Competizione for now and tried my luck here. It's great to be back after a decent break of Gran Turismo 7, so I immediately went to sport mode to check which races are available. And the first that took my attention was Autopolis International Racing Course with GT2 class. Now, it has 13 laps. In Gran Turismo 7, it's quite a lot. It's quite decent. We also have a specified car where Honda NSX rules. Yeah, mandatory pit stop and penalty settings. Yeah, we are not looking there. So it's looking pretty solid now. If I remember, yep, we have to change our tires to race soft. Yeah, easy. And afterwards we jumping into quali to get used to it because, like I said, it's been a while since I touched this game. In the qualifications, I felt confident, really confident even, and I remember mastering this track with GT2 cars, and personally it may be one of the shortest tracks, but it's a really satisfying and a funny one. Like it's pleasant to ride on this one. This corner can be tricky one since you can't see where the corner starts when you're on a straightaway. You gotta sense it. It's important to set a braking point. I must have braked too late or accelerated too early. The next corner is rather an easy one. You gotta brake at the second arrow, maybe a millisecond later even, while applying trail braking. Just be careful when exiting it. You approach it on an uphill and exit on a downhill, so keep your acceleration in check. Okay, let's put a joke aside. This was the best I could have get, the lap that got me starting the race on P3. So we are approaching the corner, braking slightly later after the orange zone on the left, trail braking into the corner and using all of the outside curb. Next, brake after the asphalt part on the left. Trail braking is still important as we want to be as much on the right side for the next two corners. Try to play with the throttle throughout this part and stick to the inside curbs. Just hit a double apex. Once again, stick to the inside and be careful on the throttle. Here you gotta position yourself on the right. And once you have the inside, stay there, play with the throttle and go full gas once it's safe to go. You have to give it time if you want to have it done right. It's practice. I must skip that corner since I already did say about this one. For the upcoming corner, I brake when I feel so. I don't have a reference point. I just have a feeling, but for the people that want to know, brake at the 50-meter board. Eating the inside and the outside curves, sticking to the right slightly for the upcoming corners. Before hitting the second corner, brake before the start of the curve, trail braking and hitting double apex again. I must say, watch out for the inside curves since it can be deadly sometimes. Drive like you usually do throughout these, and once you hit the second last corner, stick to the inside and go full throttle when it's safe to do so. And this is how you complete the Autopolis racetrack. So like I said before, we are starting from P3, and as the race is about to start, we check our braking balance, and on GT2 cars I would say 4 to 5 is a sweet spot. I went for 4 since I didn't think more was really needed. And quickly check the weather since it can have a huge impact on your strategy, so yeah, better safe than sorry. And I also wanted to apologize though, my livery is white and because of that it's hard to see my throttle and braking inputs, so sorry about that. So, starting the race, I was desperate to make a move on the guy in front of me. And as you can see, here I tried, but this opening wasn't quite it. So here the guy in P2 went to the inside, hoping to get past the guy in P1, or just applying pressure, also possible. But he did take the inside while giving the opportunity to easily squeeze by. And I must say, this is clean racing here, respectful and clean, what I like. Here I managed to pull away from the guy that's currently in P3 right now, but in the next corner I went way too deep and I get switchbacked on. So my strat was to go a bit early, like after a 2, maybe 3 laps. That was my thought at first, but wasn't quite sure. So I waited for a good moment. You just wait and see. The time has run out for a guy in P2. It was my turn to take over. Now that I am in P2, P1 was our final goal, and to hold it. And I knew I was faster, so I just needed to do what I'm best at, and that's driving. It's clear as day, I'm closing the gap a bit. I haven't pit yet, not until I'm P1. And here my guy went too aggressive, giving me the opportunity to overtake him. And I must say, my overtake was a bit aggressive also, quite risky. But like Ayrton Senna said, if you don't go for a gap that already exists, you're no longer a racing driver. So I had to take it. Hey, not gonna lie, this course got me moving like Takumi Fujiwara from Initial D. Notice how the gap is only widening and widening until too much power on the downhill exit. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll let him pass me. I just had better exit, plus slipstream. The inside was open, so no way I would leave this opportunity. Starting a new lap, lap 7. I decided to pit, finally. It was not something I was planning, but considering that barely anyone has pitted yet, was the perfect time to do it now. When I went to the pit, I changed my tires and skipped the fuel. Though I slightly regret doing that, since why the hell would I? My tires are feeling completely normal. They're not even that worn out. But I realized after a sec or two that this is just the half of the race. So who knows how my tires will behave after a few laps. So changing tires was a safe option. And our next concern is the traffic. Or is it? Just look at this, just what I expected. That's not a big surprise. I was more concerned about the guy in P1. I don't think he went to the pit yet, so I think it's an easy win for us. No? And finally, 10 laps later, our friend went to the pit making us P1 again. This is how I'm gonna secure my win. I'ma run the video down without any commentary and cuts, so y'all can enjoy the last 3 laps. First place, baby! Apparently, there wasn't that much of a fighting, but I still hope y'all enjoy the video. A lot of effort, work and time has been put into this one. Once again, thank y'all for staying to the end. If you have any questions or have feedback on how I can improve or what to post, just leave it down in the comments. Alright, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao, ciao.